Good morning, everyone. We are back in the new year with your Saturday special. Now, today, I'm going to tell you something very interesting and very heart touching. You know what is heart touching? Which makes you emotional. I've just picked up the stories from your book this time because they're very motivating. Okay. So, nothing new. You can read from your book also, and let me also tell you. I found them very interesting and very inspiring, and something that we must exemplary hai. Like exemplary is something we must take as an example, follow it. So, here's one story for you about Kirti. Kirti is an 8-year-old girl. Every day when she goes to school, she sees, like whenever she would go to school, every day she used to go to school and she would see a group of children who were rag pickers. You know what are rag pickers? Those who collect uh, wastes from the roads. They sort them out and use them accordingly. They sell them and they earn very little money with it. They earn very little money because from the waste, what can you get? Hardly anything. But because they do not have money, because they're very poor, they do this work. They're called rag pickers. So she would see a group of children who were all rag pickers and they were so poor, they did not have proper clothes to wear and they were malnourished. You know what are malnourished? Who do not get proper food and they lack food in their body. They don't have enough nutrition in their body. They are very weak physically. So these children were very poor, malnourished, without proper clothes. They would never go, like, they never had money to go to school and leading a very miserable life. So Kirti used to feel very bad about them. One day, when she comes home, she discusses this problem with her mother. She talked about these children to her mother, and like her mother was also a very nice lady, so she said, okay, you start doing something for them. Her mother told Kirti to start doing something for these underprivileged children, for these poor children. And what they thought was, like Kirti kept thinking what to do for them. So after that, Kirti with her mother decided that they would make some food for them. First requirement of every creature on earth is food, then clothing, and then shelter, like homes. So, first requirement was food. So, Mother and Kirti decided to make some food for them. Then they collected some old unclean clothes for them from their houses and from their house and from their friends' houses, whoever they knew, and they went and gave it to them. The children were so happy to get these things. For Kirti, the clothes had become old. For mom, the clothes had become old. But for those children, those same clothes were new. And they, for the first time in their life, they were eating proper food. So those children were so happy, and this happiness of those children gave Kirti and her mother a new kind of happiness, a very satisfying it was. So they decided gradually, finally, what they did, they made it a custom, they made it a practice. And now, every Sunday, Kirti has made it her habit and her practice that every Sunday she makes food. She has asked her friends and relatives to contribute food, money, clothes for or other things like old shoes, socks, and whatever they are not using and might be useful for these poor children, she collects these things and she distributes them to these poor children. Now, children, what do we get from this story is that Kirti, what do you feel about Kirti? She must be a very nice, kind, and helpful girl. She must be a very like very nice person. है ना? Such people we call compassionate. Those who love human beings are called compassionate people. So Kirti is a very compassionate person also. Now, what she did, the work she did is called initiating a change. Initiating means start. You start doing something. You think of something, you take a decision, and you start doing something without waiting for others to tell you. So, this initiative Kirti took to help the poor children with food and clothes and other things of necessary things required by them. So, this is what we call initiate the change. Like get up, bring about a change in the society, in the people around you, in your environment. You bring about a change. You take an initiative to bring about a change. So, what do you think about Kirti doing here? She helped the poor people leading a little better life. And do you think we all can do something about it? Yes, we all can do something about it, because it's not only those rag pickers who were poor. You know, the whole world, we have millions and millions of people who are starving, who are clothesless, who are homeless, who have lost their parents, who have lost their near and dear ones in disasters or to other problems, who have diseases of very different kinds for which they are not getting any medical help. Remember, we talked about Red Cross Society? Yeah, Red Cross also helps people now in problem. So that is, they're giving medical help. Now, initiating a change, bringing about a change in society can be at any level. Now, you know what? I'll tell you another story about Ruth Roberts. She was only a 17-year-old girl living in Canada, and she used to see in her TV. She saw during, she must be watching TV when she saw the poverty, the starvation which is there in Ethiopia, in Africa. Ethiopia is in Africa and it's a very poor land, I believe, because a lot of diseases are there, problems are there, people are very poor there. There's not much of development even. She saw people who were starving to death. They were not getting food and they were dying. So this moved her. This melted her heart, you know. She felt very sorry for these children. Now, what she did, she asked her friends. She went to her friends and said, have they ever experienced hunger? No, because we are well-to-do people. We have money with us. We can buy food. We have a lot of food with us every day, and we never go hungry. We get food 3-4 times a day easily. So we don't even realize the people who are not getting food, how they must be feeling, how they must be managing. So now this girl, Ruth Roberts, she asked her friends if they had ever experienced hunger. The friends said no, because they all were rich people. They had never done it. So she said, okay, let's do one thing. Because she was feeling for those poor people, no? So she said, okay, let's do one thing. Let's not eat anything for next 36 hours. 36 hours means 1.5 day. One day has 24 hours and another 12 hours. And what they did, they gathered at a place under the like near the church in a basement. All the friends gathered there. They played games, watched TV, and this and that. They had to spend 36 hours without eating anything. Then they played some games and they collected money from different sources. They could collect $600, and from there, Ruth had collected $50. Ruth had given $50 to that $600, and she said, "Okay, yeah, this much is enough. At least for beginning something." $600 was not a bad amount. What she did, she bought food for those people and she started helping those people, the poor ones. Since then, she has been working for them. Since 1971, she has been working for such people, and her group is called Starve In. Starve In. And she has named her charity World Vision. She is doing charity. This is called charity. When you, without any monetary requirement, you do something good for others, is called charity. So she has been doing this charity under the name World Vision. And since then, she has like, इसने भी एक initiative लिया ना to help the poor. And then since then, so many people have joined her. Since then, so many people have joined her, and almost 2 dozen countries, that is 24 countries, में ये start हो गया to help the starving children. Like people know ना कि कितना बुरा होता है to be hungry. To go without food is really very painful. So people, those who can, whatever they can do, they are doing for such people. और हमने तो 5 रुपीज़ दिया, किसी ने 5 रुपीज़ दिया, किसी ने 5 रुपीज़ दिया, बट टुगेदर इट बिकम्स, अगर 100 पीपल 5 रुपीज़ दे रहे हैं, 5 रुपीज़ विल नॉट मेक अ डिफरेंस टू अस, बट टुगेदर कितना हो जाता है? 500. डू यू रियलाइज? 500 रुपीज़ हो जाता है, एंड 500 रुपीज़ से लाइक जो हंग्री हैं दे कैन बाय फूड, नो, or we can make food and give them, or we can give them something packed items. At least we should not go hungry, you know. After that, रूथ ने स्कूल्स में जाकर सबको बात करा, सबको लेक्चर दिया और सबको रिक्वेस्ट करा to help such people. And since then, एक she has made World Vision organization बन गया है एक. She started World Vision and now it has become an organization, and they give an award every year. They give away one award to the person who does something very good for these poor children of the world. कोई बहुत अच्छा आइडिया करके वर्क करता है ना फॉर दिस पुअर चिल्ड्रन, सो एन अवार्ड इज गिवन टू दैट पर्सन. और ये अवार्ड रूथ रॉबर्ट्स को भी मिला है, यू नो. She was named, she was honored by this award. Now, just tell me, children, do you also feel for poor, for underprivileged? At least I feel so. Whatever we can do, we should do something. हम भी तो human beings हैं. We should have humanity in it, है ना? हम human beings हैं ना? So we should feel for others. We should realize the pain, the problems of others. We can do something for them. I'm not saying कि you take an initiative, but छोटा if we can do something about these underprivileged, these poor people, that will be a big help to them, you know. If, see, there are 30 children in your class, and if all of you contribute one pencil is not very expensive for you, but together we can have 30 pencils in your class, and this way we have 4 sections of class. 4 30 30 30 30 120. Can you imagine? 120 pencils हो जाते हैं if we all collect only one pencil each. We can give to some poor people who are who don't have money but who want to study. We can collect old books which we don't need anymore. हम किसी भी लेवल का बुक्स कलेक्ट कर सकते ना. वी सी सो मेनी पुअर पीपल ऑन द रोड्स हु आर लुकिंग फॉर फूड इन द ट्रैश. जो डस्टबिन से फूड कलेक्ट करके खाते हैं. दोज हु डोंट हैव मनी टू बाय न्यू फूड. It's very painful, no? Those who don't have proper clothing to wear in winters. Those who feel cold, they die because of cold. We can give away our old clothes. I'm not saying give away your new clothes or which are good for you. But कुछ तो होता है ना, which you are not using anymore. You can donate those clothes to them. This will bring a change in their lives. They might improve their life quality. You know? So this chapter is about it. That's why I picked up these two stories. You can read them again and just think of helping somebody in need. That will be very much appreciated by them, and even God feels happy with us if we do such things, if we help, because everybody is God's creature only. Nobody has come to this earth on its own. We all are sent by God. तो हम गॉड के क्रीचर्स को हेल्प करेंगे तो गॉड विल बी हैप्पी विद अस. ओके, I hope you have understood my whatever I wanted to say. I made myself clear and you have understood. And I just hope, I wish you good luck that whatever you do is of good help to others. Thank you. Bye bye.